Hi, good morning, everyone. Gabby here. And what I wanted to take on today is how a song can essentially help you create content. And one such song is 100 Bad Days by AJR. How many of you have ever heard a song and just loved what the message was or loved what the story it portrayed? And how many of you have ever loved said song that talked about an ordinary day? And so Gabby here, and today on Thoughtful Thursday, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So the song that I referred to, 100 Bad Days, it literally talks about how 100 bad days make 100 good stories. 100 good stories make me interesting at parties. And how kind of true is that? Like, normally people look at bad days like they're just really crappy and you don't want to talk about them. Or you can then in turn it into actual stories that you can share with people and people can connect with you on whatever level, especially on a deeper level. But, sometimes we just have those like simple crappy days instead of, the overall huge, massive meltdowns that you want to take into consideration. So another cool thing is how you can use your ordinary kind of situations to also create stories. Whether or not, it's a bad day, it's a good day, you can take whatever and turn it into a story that's going to resonate with somebody. And, one of the examples that we got at our workshop was mopping the floor. And somebody was like, well, how does mopping the floor get me to content? Well, on some level, why were you mopping the floor? Were you doing it just because? Was it a habit thing? You could essentially create something that's, a habit forming or a habit for somebody else. And so those are kind of the things, whenever you look at stories or songs, you can definitely pull different messages from them. I mean, one of the other parts of it was it had the song 100 Bad Days had talked about how they've been playing these songs that nobody knows and they play shows that nobody goes to, and it's kind of like lucky me. And the funny part is when we think about our businesses, whenever we do presentations or home parties, sometimes we have no shows. And it's those experiences that kind of help drive us to whatever new strategy we want to try, or just different things, just important topics that we want to talk about. And so another thing, whenever you're thinking of these stories, you want to say, what is something that happened, this week that might relate to that song or relate to that story? How did it make you feel? Because there are lots of songs that have, that make us feel something sometimes. And then what was specific about it? What was that specific moment that really hit you, or drove inspiration or really clicked with you? And then what lesson was learned? And so for me, by the 100 Bad Days was, the lesson learned is that you can take your good days and turn them into positive ways to connect with people on any kind of level. Because again, those 100 bad days made him into an interesting person to talk to at parties. Whether or not you take that literally or, on that positive note, that's up to you. And then, when you're able to connect with people on, different levels, you can go on a journey with them that you never thought you could, just because you're using ordinary stories or, you're using songs to create stories or connect with them, that you can then connect with other people. And so that's kind of what I wanted to go over today. If you did get value out of this, definitely drop me a #value and let me know where you're coming from as well. And then drop me a #replay if you're catching this on the replay. And that is all I have for you. So I hope you guys have a great Thursday. I am off to work, and that is my RX for Success, and take as directed. All right, see you guys later.